Houdini even escaped from inside a giant football. They could lock him up in just about anything, and he would find a way to get out. There was nobody else like him. A century ago, Harry Houdini was one of the most famous people in the world. When I walk up the stairs in my house, it's cool to think that Houdini walked up those same stairs. When I go down to the basement, it's the same basement where Houdini practiced his escapes. When I go to sleep at night, I'm sleeping in a room where Harry Houdini might have slept. When I get up in the morning, I step on a floorboard next to my bed that makes a loud creaking sound that Houdini might have heard when he lived in the house 100 years ago. Living in the house once owned by this famous guy, I naturally became curious about him. I've read a bunch of biographies and learned a lot. To be completely honest, I'm sort of obsessed with Houdini and with magic. People walking past my house are always stopping to take pictures of the plaque on the wall and asking me questions about Houdini. It makes me feel like I'm a little famous too. I like that. Oh, I forgot to tell you. The funny thing is, my name is Harry too. My parents didn't name me after Houdini. They just liked the name. And my last name is Mancini, which sounds a lot like Houdini. Mancini is an Italian name. Houdini wasn't Italian. In fact, he wasn't even born with the name Houdini. Harry Houdini's real name was Eric Weiss. He was a Jewish kid who was born in Budapest, Hungary. His family came to America and lived in Wisconsin before they moved to New York City when Eric was a teenager. Growing up, Eric's idol was a French magician named Robert Houdin. Harry just added an I to the end of Houdin and called himself Houdini for the rest of his life. I don't know why he changed his name from Eric to Harry. I guess he thought Harry Houdini sounded better than Eric Houdini. Lots of kids from school have seen the plaque on the wall, of course, so everybody knows I live in Houdini's house. Sometimes they ask me to do magic tricks, so I learned a few. You know how grown-ups always say, "Don't try this at home, kids"? Well, here's a really simple magic trick you can try at home to impress your friends. All you need is a raw egg, a little salt, and a smooth, level table. First, challenge your friends to try to balance the egg on its end so it stands up all by itself. It's really hard to do, and they probably won't be able to do it. Now here's the trick. While your friends are trying to balance the egg, and not looking at you, take a little pinch of salt in one hand. Wave your other hand above the table and say some magic mumbo-jumbo like abracadabra or hocus pocus. While they're watching that hand, use your other to put the pinch of salt on the table. This is called misdirection, and it's the key to many magic tricks. Magicians get you to watch one thing so you don't notice something else they're doing at the same time. Anyway, build a tiny mound of salt on the table with your fingers. Just a few grains will be enough to form a little base that will hold up the egg, the same way a tee holds up a football for a kickoff. Position the egg on top of the salt until the egg stands up. Then quietly blow away any extra grains of salt. Presto, you've done it, as if by magic. For the fun of it, tell your friends some more mumbo-jumbo about how the position of the sun and the moon on that particular date make it possible to make an egg stand up on one end. That's garbage, of course, but it sounds like it makes sense. It's pretty cool to see the look on your friends' faces when the egg stands up by itself. Maybe I'll be a magician when I grow up. My best friend, Zeke Austin, already calls me the Great Mancini. Houdini was a really mysterious guy, so naturally there are rumors that my house is haunted. In fact, the lady who owned the house after Houdini died was convinced there was buried treasure in the basement. She spent a year digging around down there, but she never found anything. People make up crazy stuff like that all the time. Like at my school, kids are always saying the boys' bathroom on the second floor is haunted. They probably say the same thing about the bathroom in your school. Kids always say weird stuff to try to freak people out. The thing is, when Houdini was alive, a lot of people believed that he had supernatural powers. He did such amazing things that people couldn't believe he was just doing tricks. For instance, he would be handcuffed, shackled, and locked in a big wooden trunk.